to our third group. They get faster from here on in. So neurotransmitters are our next type of really specific signaling molecule we're going to talk about. Now, what you'll notice about the table here, and this is the table you've got on your notes, is that these ones are only paracrine. So you do need to know that these ones are paracrine. And also they're all hydrophilic. Yeah, and that'll come back into play. Hopefully it'll make more sense once we go through the way that different signaling molecules act, depending on whether or not they're hydrophilic or hydrophobic. So let's have a look at what neurotransmitters are. So to start with, we're going to have to look at this thing called a synapse. So this guy here, this is a neuron. So hopefully anyone that's done psychology has got a bit of an idea of what I'm talking about when we talk about a neuron. It starts here. Okay, and a message gets sent along the neuron down to the end here, and it ends here. That's one neuron. Then there's a little gap. Now, you did this back in year 9. That little gap is called a synapse. Right? And this is where the neurotransmitter is released, and this is where it acts. So a neurotransmitter, and I'll have a look in this picture here, a neurotransmitter is produced by the neuron, and it's produced at the end of its axon terminal. And what it happens is just by protein export, so it's probably produced by the RER in the end of the neurotransmitter. It's packaged up by the Golgi, and it's fusing and releasing its contents. Can you see here how the neurotransmitter is no longer in a vesicle? Yeah, and the neurotransmitter diffuses across the synapse. On the other side of the synapse is a receptor. Yeah, another receptor. Can you see how there's all of these shapes? The whole of Unit 3, possibly most of Unit 4, is all to do with shapes fitting each other. So the neurotransmitter is released from one neuron, diffuses across the synapse, and binds to a specific receptor on the other side. It then activates the next neuron to make another signal. So that's what a neurotransmitter does in general. What you need to know about them is that they're all hydrophilic because they are proteins. Okay, they are secreted from the synaptic, or I like to call them the axon terminal, yeah, and they are detected by receptors on the next neuron. So that's what we talk about when we talk about neurotransmitters, and that's it.